Welcome, officially welcome to the first class of Afro Fusion class. Woohoo! Today we're learning how to make jollof rice, and as I was saying earlier, because you guys are my first students, you'll be the first to pick. I have a couple of gift cards here. I don't know what is what. I've tried to hide them as much as I can, but it's your luck. And there are different price points on here. There's $10 to $25. There's Dollarama, there's Visa card, there's Sephora. You won't know from looking at it because I put it at the back. There's Sephora, there's Skip the Dishes, there's Uber Eats, there's Dollarama. So it's like a raffle system, right? So good luck. Who is going first? Ladies first. Okay. Okay. Do you want to tell us or you want to go home and figure it out? She just won for herself Amazon gift card of $25. Kenneth, may the first be your favor. May the first be in your favor. Okay. Which one is that? Tim Hortons. That Tim Hortons is $15. Thank you guys so much. Okay, we'll keep this for the latecomers. Okay. So before we cook on any surface, we have to sanitize the surface. Right? We'll use all that space, but just to be safe. Okay. All right. So today we are learning how to make jollof rice. Are you guys excited? You are. Have you tried making jollof rice before? Okay. What is if you have tried before and you haven't tried before? You that have tried before, what is your challenge with jollof rice? Like when you make it, what's your problem area or
Sometimes should I say most of the time tomato or pepper are not this ready.
okay.
At the end of the day, I don't get that
Vibrant red color. Okay. You, I don't even know what to ask you. Okay, why did you choose that you want to learn jollof rice today?
I feel like it's the first step.
The first step is your cooking journey. It's a good place to start because if you can make the base of the jollof rice, then that means you can make two things now in your Nigerian recipe diary. You can make stew and you can make jollof rice. And you can make rice and stew. Well, three things, right? So now you can make, that's three things now that I have added to your collection with just this one class. I'm proud of you. Okay, for you to be able to get that very vibrant jollof rice color, the truth is that the secret to it is tomato paste. Yes. Sometimes if you use a lot of bell pepper, you might be able to get that color, but it's not still as the best secret that everybody uses is tomato paste. And doesn't mean that there's a lot of it, but you know that redness will help overall to give that orangey color as well. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is this sink is for washing hands and whatever. There's a bigger sink there for like pots and pans and washing your hands. So you guys can wash your hands there, actually.
Stick.
So for jollof rice and for Nigerian cooking normally, like for jollof rice for instance, some people want smokiness, some people want like you cook with a lot of oil as well. So when it comes to cooking with lots of oil and you want it to burn and things like that, I'll say use a non-stick because you can always soak it and then take out the thing out as well. And especially because if you are stirring a lot as well, if you are using a non-stick, like the name says, non-stick. So something that tries to stick will not stick. So burnt parts of your food will get into the main food if you're stirring so much as well. That being said, for non-stick pans, the most common ones are quite poisonous, apparently, yes. So be careful of that. The best pots in the whole wide world are cast iron pots. Yes, because the iron is good for you, blah blah blah, all of those good stuff. And it's also good for most Nigerian cooking as well. So that's the best. Non-stick pot is for pan searing. Say you're searing like salmon and like chicken breast and things like that. That just flip them sharp sharp and take it out of thing and vegetables and things like that. So I think non-stick pot is the best for that as well. Those are the advantages and disadvantages of those. I want to be chopped and not sliced. I'll show you the magic trick. You know, there's obviously slicing and chopping. Okay. So let me do this. If I do this, I'm sliding. So like the name implies, you're getting slices of onions, right? So this is the slice, like sliced bread, right? So what I do, what am I doing? Yeah? The chopping is like it's chopped. When they say you chop it, right? I want to slice. You want to try? I'll show you. While I get this one, I always use this tomatoes brand. The reason why I use this is because it's easy for me to measure. So there's like say 6 to 8 mid sizes of tomatoes in it. So and these are the whole ones, right? There's the ones that are already crushed or diced or whatever it is. This is easy for me to measure. I know that 2 of this will help me cook like 8 cups of rice or 9 cups of rice. Sometimes, so it helps you measure already in your mind rather than thinking when you're working with the whole ones that how many tomatoes will I wash? How many tomatoes will I do this? So I always like using this as well. If you're a student, use this. It's affordable too. This is like this used to be 99 cents even, but now it's $1.79 in the store. So it's easier. There's different job. Rights. Okay. These are just all ground tomatoes. Also, in as much as I use this one, I try to reduce the whatever calcium, whatever things I put inside by just draining out. I mean, it's not like it's bad, but the preservative is salt. So me, I would like to reduce that salt. I want my salt to be controlled by myself. So I do this. I'll show you another magic. So you can do this way. You have this. Or you can do this way, and it opens up here. But this is easier because then I don't have to. I'm just going to drink some as long as trying to teach, whatever it is. This is number one, more affordable. Number two, it's easy for me to measure. If I'm cooking 8 cups of rice, I know I just need 2 of this. If I'm cooking 5 cups of rice, 4 cups of rice, I know I need one of this. So, and it's good, it's beginner friendly that way as well. And I was saying that there's like 6 to 8 pieces of like medium to small size tomatoes already in here as well. So it's easier basically. But if you're working with whole tomatoes, there's that mental capacity. If you don't have years of experience with using whole tomatoes, then you have to start thinking, how many tomatoes will cook my rice or my this one or my that one. So I always say start here. And you can obviously when you go to the store, look at the brand, read through it, or read through this one. I know that it's just tomatoes that's in there, tomato juice, and calcium chloride, which is just like acetic acid and salt. These are things to just preserve it, right? And so that's why I just drain it out. You can cook it like that, nothing happens to you. But I feel like, I don't know, my mental health, safety, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Let me reduce the intake of all these things as well. Yeah. So for jollof rice, you need tomatoes, you need bell peppers. You can use use bell peppers, you can use shepherd peppers, anyone that is bell, whatever. Obviously, you need onions. I'm a Nigerian, so you need Scotland. It's very spicy. And you need tomato paste, like I said before, that vibrancy, color, flavor, earthy flavor, and things like that. So again, years of experience is not helping me be a good teacher right now. But I would say, like I said, so this is like smaller tomatoes, and there's like what, 8 of them. Usually I'll use one of this and maybe 1 or 2 of this. So bell peppers also make your jollof rice very sweet too. Like they make it very, very nice. They have a different flavor to it. So you can control how you can use 2, you can use 1, depending on what vibe you are going for, right? This 2 is just based on your heat and your spice level. Do I want it to be very spicy? Do I want it to be mixed spicy? I'm going to be using, actually I need just 1 of this. Since we're just 2. I'm going to be using 1 of this, which is like 60 tomatoes, to, you know what, let's make it sweet, to 2 of this. And I'm going to use like 2 large onions like that. So another secret to sweet jollof rice. Onions. Onions is so good. Onions is an aromatic. In short, all the aromatics. You guys know what aromatics are. Okay? Garlic. So onions, ginger, garlic, and aromatics. They infuse flavor already like into your stuff. Okay? So I always try to blend with a lot of onions. That's the first beginning of the jollof rice not being sweet. You already know the destiny of the jollof rice. If tomatoes is already more than all that thing, you get what I'm saying already. So let everything be equal, even if they are not, like I want 6 tomatoes to 6 onions for the mental comparison to them. So I'll do this too. So this is big. If I'm using big ones, like I'll do 2. If I'm using smaller ones, maybe about 3 of them, 3, 4 of them, to give it that spice. Depending on how spicy I want it as well, I can use 2 or 3 of this. Some peppers are sharper than some, right? I use this one for, it's not so spicy, so I'm comfortable using it. If you are not yet sure of your spice level, start with 2 or start with 1. You also substitute with ground cayenne as well. So this is also very spicy. So this one now, if you start with 1 and you feel like, this is not spicy, this gives you a lot of control too, that I'll put a little bit. Okay, it's spicy. Okay, I'll put a little bit. It's fine. Do you get what I mean? As well. So start here like that. Before, oh yes, before finishing. So you taste it in your soup base. I'm going to start with the stew base right now. I have that. I'm not afraid that it's going to. This is for when you start. Sometimes if I've already put like enough in my blend, I don't bother chopping this small one because I know that there's already enough. I'm going to clean that with me, but I don't mind it. I'm just going to get a copy, but I'll just be on the side and I'm not walking up and down. depends on the brand of rice, right? Some are better than some. And if you're cooking with basmati rice, it's a different ball game entirely. Basmati rice is slimmer, the grains are slimmer and longer, so and they don't hold a lot of water like that. They're very very slim and tiny, so you require less water to cook it, and they're less starchy too. Add some oil. Again, oil depends on how many how many cups of rice you're cooking. It should be for like 5 cups of rice. Too much oil will make rice one. But at the same time, you want the rice to be dry. So just like, this is a good say. I said it's a good cup of water. And I like cooking in medium high. Just let's move on. At the point where we reduce the so this is where onions come to in Canada, but you're asking, but we have to wait for the board to be a little bit hot. So I make onions into very favorites. Well, as I'm waiting for that, I'm going to my tomato paste is different from crushed tomatoes. It's different from diced tomatoes, like literally a paste. All comments, they can all comment if you want. Just mind okay. I can check if my oil is hot, if my oil does shine. Not very shine, so already. I'll make sure that one is cooking fast as well. There's always like an uncomfortability when I'm not cooking in my own space. Like if I'm cooking in a new, I understand my own oven, I understand my own burner, I understand everything. When I'm cooking somewhere new, it's like I don't even understand English, or I don't know anything again. I don't know how to cook again. But we'll see. So now I just wait for the boil to come. I want to I have a dad joke. Does anyone have a dad joke before I give my own dad joke? No. Do you have a dad joke? Oh yeah, what's a dad joke? Your joke is already cracking you up before you even say it.
What do you call someone's mother as a short?
What do you call minimum? I know that one. Okay, Media already told you something, so don't say it. What else? I say what else? What else has 10 toes but it's not your feet? Has 10 toes but it's not your feet. Oh, pretty close. My feet. I'm missing my feet. What letter of the alphabet has so much water?
C.
That's a good one. I'm still waiting for this to be hot.
I think Q. Why did I think Q?
Q for water. I have more. Don't worry, I'm brushing my hair for one another. Have you ever had a cooking disaster, like a cooking failure?
Yeah.
What did you mean?
The first time I tried frying
Eggs?
Yeah.
How do you mess up eggs? Okay, but the very first time.
I barbecued it. It was so much.
Angela, have you had a cooking disaster before?
No.
No, you don't had any cooking disaster before. I feel like I definitely have. Oh yes, I remember. So one of the things that I'm not very, there we go. One of the things I'm not very good at cooking is beans. Well, I mean it's better now. For those days I didn't have to cook beans. I remember one time my aunt said that I should make beans, and I cooked the beans and I'm making it and everything. And then I come out and I say that, oh, it's ready. And she's like, the way I'm smelling these beans, it doesn't smell like beans that is ready. So maybe I'm thinking, how do you smell that beans is ready? Like, what? Are you a witch or whatever? Anyway, she gets there. The moral of the story is that the beans was in fact indeed not ready. She used 2 bowls to scoop water out of the beans, and the beans that was left, you can still classify it as like watery beans. This after like 3 bowls have come out of the water has come out of the beans that I made, and it was still hard. So she basically started again. But in my head it was ready. So that was one cooking failure. Another cooking failure I remember, I think I was 6 or 7. When we finished eating, we made yam and eggs. And we wanted more. We tell my mom, one more. You know, they'll tell you, no more. Go and drink water or something. I said, I want more. Mom said, okay, if you want more, go and cook it yourself now. Obviously, she doesn't mean go and cook it yourself. But me, I went to go and cook myself. I was 6, I promise you. Maybe even 5, 7, something. I can't remember how young I was. I know I was very young. And I went and I took the yam and I started peeling it. I sat down, I started peeling it, cutting it. I bathed myself in yam water. I was crying and wailing because at this point, like, you know, like you're a child, so you're not meant to allow more of the water to touch more of your body. But because this side is itching you, so you carry that same hand of the yam water, you scratch here, this side is sweet, then you go. So I'm telling you, from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, I was itching my whole body. I was crying. I was everything. My mom just sat looking at me. She let me cry for like, baby, you want to cry? Well, then to not even make it worse, the yam I now cooked, I put too much salt. So it wasn't even like I suffered for nothing. It wasn't edible. Nobody can. I wish after I finished cooking it, like, then this, like, you can now, oh, at least you get your joy. Yeah. No joy. There was no joy at the end of this story. There was no joy at the end of this story. Just pain. Basically.
Try for a 5-year-old.
Eh?
Try your best.
I tried my best. So since then, if they tell me it's okay, no more or something, listen, I just accept my fate. When you put onions, another mistake that people do is like, immediately they put the onions, just start, they go again and continue cooking or cooking everything. You have to let your onions like actually fry. Like, again, is an aromatic, right? So you want the flavor of onions to come out in your oil, because this oil is what cooks the whole thing for you. So let it fry. When it becomes like translucent and stuff, then you know that you have to try it.
So that's just the time for you to somehow finish.
Yes, it will definitely look somehow. I'll show you. So you see what it looks like. It looks like now. So you see what it looks like later. Once we are almost ready for it. So far, we have made sure that our rice is washed and ready. We have our pepper mix still sitting in the blender, which is a blend of tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, and scotch bonnet peppers. We did chop some onions to make our food fragrant and nice. Yeah, that's what we've done so far. The spices that we'll be using today: curry. This is what curry looks like. Thyme leaves. We're going to be using bay leaves. We're going to be using onion powder. But in here, I also have like garlic salt. So all of them together. If you are getting garlic salt from the store, please do taste it, because garlic salt, some of them, the salt is more than the garlic, or equivalent to the garlic. So if you are thinking, oh, it's just garlic salt, then you put garlic salt, then you're not going to put normal salt. Recipe for disaster, eh? So always watch out for that as well. Also, Maggi is salt, basically. Maggi is flavored salt in layman's terms. So personally, when I'm cooking, salt is the last thing I like cooking in a mix, or putting in a mix, because sometimes by the time you're done with Maggi, done with spices and things like that, they are kind of already at an okay level. So then you're able to gauge, okay, now let me put the salt. The salt down ties everything together, but just a little bit, right? But if you already put salt before you put Maggi, what if it's already too salty and all of that was salt? Which other free cooking tips do I have? Do you guys have any questions so far? Or
No,
anything?
no.
For now, no, right? Okay. Can you smell the onions already? Yep. So that's what you want. One more of that onion has to come out. Also, let's talk chicken broth for a second. So this is my broth container. In this container, I have like fresh turkey broth. Actually, for jollof rice, you can use any broth that you like. Goat's meat. If you are going for goat's meat jollof rice and you boil goat's meat, you use that goat's meat stuff. If it's chicken that you want, if it's beef that you want, in short, if it's fish, you want more of a fish flavor, any broth that you want, right? Homemade broth obviously is better because I know what it is that I put inside my broth to make it have life. In my broth, I have like all my seasonings, curry, thyme, I put onions, and I put garlic. I can control what I use to boil that chicken and the flavor that I want. Peradventure, in adventure, whatever adventure. For some reason you don't have your own homemade broth. There's broth at the store. Please buy this brand, Campbell's. I always recommend this brand. Why? Because other broth at the store, there's extra additional stuff, ingredients that you can't pronounce, preservatives, things like that. Dextrose something, mono, blah blah blah. Nah, I don't want that. So this one is just chicken broth. I know that it's water and chicken stock, salt, some sugars, soybean oil, natural flavor, and that's what it is. I don't want any there's artificial flavors, and it's not even made with like real chicken stock or whatever it is. Now, but this one is not going to be as sweet as, let's say, you made your own and you boiled your own. So this one is just a good, can you see the difference in the onions? It's a little bit golden, yes, it's a little bit more translucent, so that's what we're going for. You can use this broth and then maybe mix in your own seasonings as well. So let's go with our tomato paste. So let me just use everything.
For the quantity
For making, yes, just again, it all depends on how red you want this rice to be, eh? So that's what you need. That's what you need to know. On a normal day, if I was cooking the same quantity of rice, there are times where I use only this one, like only this small size. So this is a 5.5 ounce, and this is 13 ounce, right? So this will definitely go far in cooking a larger quantity of rice as well. You get what I'm saying, right? So, and what we are doing with this is that we want this to fry. We don't want it to be this sort of uncooked paste. We want it to get a little darker in color, things like that. So I'll just let that fry for a bit and try and stir occasionally so it doesn't burn. And you see what that looks like in a couple of minutes as well. You also know by the oil, because the oil is now like, the color is like different, and things like that, yellowish. And try and just stir it up. Wait a bit. It's a little bit more time. But you can already see that the color is changing.
It's loosening up too.
Huh?
The paste is looser.
Yes, it's looser, it's not more pasty, it's getting fried. If you're cooking regular stew, you can start like this as well too.
But would that be more oil or more tomato paste?
Maybe more oil, less tomato paste. Or again, it's your choice. Like, do you want really red stew? Do you want your stew to be? So in Nigeria those days, people just do the tomato paste like this, and you put stuff, and that's the stew, like sakwa stew, right? Like uni days stew. You cannot afford to buy tomatoes, bell pepper, everything. So sakwa stew, just you're good to go. Put your meat and over rice, and it's actually delicious. Or egg, exactly, egg. So you move out of there, and that's,
I can't relate.
you can't. Yeah. So like this sakwa stew, right? Now you are richest. You are richest of the richesters. Then you put this one. Then you now put the normal one again. If you are poor but you're not the poorest of the pooresters, you use only this one. If you are the poorest of the pooresters,
And grinded pepper.
you can grind the pepper and call it a day and move. Right? So yeah. So, yeah. I'm gradually reducing the heat as well. With this pot, this is definitely going to burn, but stay with, because I don't have control over the pots that are here. I probably should have bought mine. But it's still nice. We're already getting that point, that color change, and all. That's good. Okay. So now you're going to add your pepper mix. Some people wait for this to get darker even, but I feel like there's no. The point of letting it fry is that also it reduces the acidity of the tomato paste, so you're not getting that tomato sourness in it as well. So that helps. So once I feel like that is gone, I feel like I can add that. I don't need it to get really dark or whatever.
What's the difference between ketchup and tomatoes?
I think ketchup has more sugar. I think sugar will be the difference.
So you're saying someone can use ketchup to do this and get away with it?
I swear some Caucasian people eat ketchup and white rice. Yes. Like, again, student life, right?
I've seen it.
Huh?
I've seen it.
You've seen that before, exactly. So, I mean, I feel like I've seen more with boys, even. But, yeah. So, I think ketchup and this is like, maybe something for the texture. I don't know. Like, because ketchup seems smoother, eh?
Yeah.
Like, it seems, yeah, so maybe something for the texture. Anyways. Now we add that, we add this pepper blend, yeah. This might even end up being a lot for 5 cups of rice, so I'm just going to make sure. So again, like, cook as you go, but like, try and see in your head. So as I'm pouring this, I'm already thinking, is this too much for 5 cups of rice? Is it not too much for 5 cups of rice? Should I? There's no, especially if you're just learning, there's no hard and fast rule. You can say, oh, I'll pour everything, and once I finish frying it, before I put my rice, I reduce the stew, I take out of it, I put the rice. When I feel like it's not ready enough, I put my stew back. Like, there's nobody's going to do anything that you must do to make sure that your food is good, right? You get what I mean?
The one you take out, can you preserve it?
You can what you take out is just regular stew.
Okay.
So you can use it to eat white rice, you can use it to eat yam, you can use it to do anything else later in life. You can use it for jollof rice again at some other time, right? So, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to pour everything now, but at the same time, before I put my rice, I'll try and scoop out a bit and then like see like, oh, is it enough? Is not enough? Is it red enough? Is not red enough? Then I can add more, or I'll just keep that one. So you're in control, basically. That's my point. I need to rinse this out a bit. Do you remember the first thing you ever cooked? I feel like I don't remember. I remember the first time I made jollof, but I can't remember the first thing I ever cooked, like in life. Do you remember the first thing you ever cooked?
I can't remember.
You just know that you cooked, but I just know you just started cooking, right? I don't know. I can't remember the first thing I ever cooked. I remember my first jollof rice though.
Maybe it's white rice.
Maybe yes, maybe white rice. Maybe all of us wanted some white rice or noodles. Another thing I wanted to talk about was, so one of my goals is that, let's cover this a little bit. Okay, another time talk about covering. In my mind of minds, when I cover like this, heat and steam is trapped, and so that means water and moisture is not coming out, it's all staying in. If this is something I want to get softer, or I want to steam or boil or whatever it is, then I can leave it like this. If it's something I want to fry, frying means that I want to remove water, then I don't like covering it. Some people say, oh, it's okay, just fry. Like, that's a personal preference because it gives. I think that it makes this faster for the moisture to come out, even if it's evaporating out of it as well. So I can leave it half opened or half whatever, and that goes on. Why am I doing that? If I don't do that, very soon this pot of stew is going to attack me. And it's going to start splattering all over the place, all over the floor, all over myself, burning your face. I have so many burns from that. And I discovered that it's because I'm stirring while on the stuff. So this is my little kitchen hack as well. You can thank me later. But yeah, let's put all our fun stuff. Okay. My favorite seasoning cube in the whole west world is Knorr. And this is no, there's no chicken and no beef. Doesn't matter to me as far as I know. I don't use other ones. No hate or anything like that. The challenge I have with Knorr and seasoning cubes these days is that somebody said, God puts it under your tire, let your tire drive. And let your tire crush it for you. So another cooking hack, you can pay me later, thank me later. I got this from Dollarama. This is a little water and pistol thing from Dollarama. And since they want to kill me, I will kill before the dog breaks my fingers, I will break its fingers. So I just got this from Dollarama, and to be honest, this is all I use it for. I use it to break my knee. Like, the end of it all. I think it's about like $3, $2, I don't remember. So, yep. And so also I put, because of the quantity of stew and quantity of rice, I use 2 of these. 2 of these makes 4 cubes. Yep. So if you're taking notes, you can try that as well. Then season to your ancestors tell you to stop seasoning. This is curry powder. You don't want curry to be too much as well, but I mean, it's your choice. So, did you know that curry is not one ingredient? Fun fact. Did you know? So, well, some people put turmeric in it. So, curry is a blend of spices, apparently. And curry is a blend of bay leaf, sometimes star anise, cumin, coriander. They roast it up, they blend them together. Curry powder. Some people put like garlic powder in it as well. It's just a mix of spices together that give us that powder, and they call it curry. So people, but there's curry leaves though. And when you hear curry leaves, you think curry leaves is what makes curry powder. No.
Was it part of the ingredient?
It's not even. It's not a member of that. These are thyme leaves, for sure. I use this. I prefer thyme leaves because I grew up with this. But I've noticed in the store that there's like a smoother thyme thing. I don't know, my brain is not able to comprehend that. No, just a little bit of that. Again, season to your ancestors tell you that is enough. You have done well. This is my onion powder, garlic salt. I put a little bit of that. Like I said, this is, even when you look at it, you already see the salt shining through. So that's already a little bit of salt as well. I use curry, I use thyme again, I use Maggi. I'm going to stir that up. Does anybody want to taste for salt? Go to the honors. Okay, we'll try. Taste for salt and tell me if I should add more. And this is still cooking, so no conclusions here. No conclusions yet. We're not done cooking, it's not yet sweet. Should I add a little more salt? What are you tasting so far? What are you not tasting so far? More of the garlic salt or regular salt? What do you taste? I should add more garlic salt. Okay. Do you want to taste that? Trust the judgment. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna add a little bit more garlic salt. And off the top of my head, I already know that I need more salt, so I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. And don't forget, I already put like 4 cubes of Maggi as well. And what did I say Maggi is? Maggi is flavored salt. I'm going to stir that up. And I'm going to let this continue cooking. So another thing I can do is add more pepper to this. There we go. This one is quite spicy, so. Basil is a herb, yes, but I like basil as well. Basil is so fragrant, eh? You know that scent leaf is basil, right?
Yeah.
Is a so we call it scent leaf in Nigeria, but it's
is that what's called Efirin Yoruba?
Efirin Yoruba, yes. But that's a species or kind. I don't know what the word is for plants. Do we use species for plants?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a species of basil. But we call it scent. Okay. Now we wait. How do you know that your stew is getting ready? Is when you can see your oil coming up more. Nicely. So, yep, getting there. If you want to do a taste test again, I'm meant to be tasting at every point. Not too much, I don't know what sorry. You thinking too much.
Just to compare.
Let me taste me that I'm cooking. I'm not tasting. I'm letting Kenneth decide for me what to happen with my food. Okay, salt is definitely there. No, it's okay. I think we're good. Okay. So, like I said, I'm going to try and reduce. I'm going to try and reduce this for a bit, right? Because I feel like it's a lot. If I end up needing it back, all I need to do is pour it back. So that's one. Then my rice, I'm going to pour it in. See what that looks like, eh? Right? I'm going to add my broth. I just warmed it up. And like I said before, this is the chicken turkey broth. So it's going to be really, oh my mouth. In summary. I think that's enough. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to stir it. I'll let you know the vibe and consistency we're going for. And why I'm adding small spoon is because, again, I don't want my rice to be soggy, and also because you can always add water later, number one, and also because steam is water. So that's where people forget that steam is also water. So if there's already too much water from the beginning, you cover it up, it's cooking, you're adding more again, right? So always start small. If at some point you check your rice, this place is still hard, it's okay, put a little bit more. Be in control of your cooking, right? So to me this is okay for now, and it's just 5 cups of rice. It's okay. No, it's not a must. I'll come and talk about it. I'll talk about that. This is the time to use what are these called? Bay leaves. We did crack the dry choke. It's so sad when bay leaves. But yes, I mean, not a lot of rice, so that's good. If it's 3 large leaves, that's okay. There are smaller pieces like this. Some of them come already broken up. And one thing you don't want to do is don't put the grounds of like the small pieces of bay leaves in your rice. Why I'm saying that is because bay leaf by itself is bitter. if you mistakenly chew on it. Why we are putting it is just for flavor and aroma to come out. But if you chew on it, it's bitter. So if it's smaller pieces, you can't remove it from the food. So you've already your effort of making sweet jollof rice just spoils, because by the time somebody's eating it or you're eating it, they're getting into a bit of bitterness to it, and you don't want that, right? So I try to go for like things I can control. Once I'm done, I can remove.
What are other things you could use?
To be honest, nothing. Believe is believe. If you don't have, it's fine. Like your jollof rice will still be sweet and nice, but it's just another extra added thing as well. Some people add parsley, but that's at the end as a garnish, right? Some people add for another flavor. Some people add nutmeg to their jollof rice as well. I would say for nutmeg, don't put a lot of it. You want a kick, you want a hint. You don't want a kick of it. Nutmeg is overpowering. So immediately once you open the pot where there's nutmeg in it, that fragrance hits you. So you don't want it to overpower your jollof rice. You just want it to be like, there's a thing about this jollof, but I don't know what it is, right? But you don't want to be like, nutmeg. So you can set that up as well. The leaves and go. Now, the question you're asking about foil wrap. The reason why I use foil wrap, I really try to use foil wrap, basically is just so that no heat, no steam escapes. Remember I'm telling you that steam is going to cook it, right? So the reason why I'm putting is that when I wrap it all up, steam cannot escape from this. So all that water and all that steam is going back into my rice and cooking my rice for me. With covers, if I just use just the cover, steam can come up from the sides. Some covers have a little hole on top and things like that, you know. It will still cook, but you know, maybe you might need to add more water and things like that. But this way, if I wrap it all up, like, I know that everything is just compact. So we're good for now. I'm just going to cover this. Like I said, you know, I'm covering this to trap up any steam. They go nowhere. Same thing applies to when they are cooking natively in Nigeria and they use like banana leaves and things like that. All those are just efforts to trap more steam into your food as well. So you will cover this all up. Yes, when I put it in the oven with this pan, I cover the pan completely, wrap it all up, no space, and put it in the oven. So what I'm putting in the oven basically is this, you know, this thing that you just mix. I put the rice and everything. So that's what I'm just putting in the oven, wrapped up. The same thing like this and do it. And that's it. But the only difference might be that oven might take a little bit more time, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. So, and now you just wait. I increase the heat a little bit, so I'm on like a medium heat right now.
So you're only on low to put the rice.
And yes, and rice and everything as well. And usually I cook this on low too, but the reason why I moved this to like medium high is because I don't trust this oven. If I was at home and it was my oven, I cook this on like medium low, basically. But this one, because it seemed so, it gave us that little scare and delay to burn up, so that's why I'm doing this. But yeah, now we wait, and again you can adjust the heat as well. But you don't want high because again it's drying out, it's burning, but your food is not cooking. Okay, a lot of steam has been trapped in there. Oops. Alright, so alright. You can already see the color and that redness. That's what the what's it called? The tomato paste does as well. This is ready. The pot we use is burning. If you guys want to do taste test, we've stirred this up. We'll make sure that it's good. This is very smoky, very nice jollof rice. Oh yes, please. So let's do a taste test of our smoky jollof rice. There you go. No, in your hand, in your mouth. Is that too much?
Yeah.
Because it's hot. Sorry. There you go. What do you like? What don't you like? Texture is perfect, eh? Yep. Spice is good. Is it tasty? Is it nice? Is it smoky? Okay, Angela, you want to taste? Yeah, there you go. What do you like?
Spicy.
Spicy, good. Okay.
It's very good.
And it tastes good. Do you like the texture? Is it too soft, too hard for you?
Okay.
Or it's perfectly okay?
Perfect.
Perfect.
And it's smoky.
And it's smoky too. Yay! The verdict is out on our jollof rice. And I'm so happy for you guys. This is your work actually. I'm just here as a coach, basically. Alright. What difference does it taste from like oven jollof rice and hot jollof rice?
That's more smoky.
It's not smoky. Okay, apart from smokiness.
The spices are actually safe.
Okay. And the
Texture
texture
is
is
okay.
the texture is very okay, everything, yeah. But that extra smokiness was always missing. Are you guys proud of your work? Somebody here made jollof rice for the first time. Somebody here improved their jollof rice. Did you guys learn anything new? Like real life?
Yes.
You did learn something new.
Yeah.
You feel like you can try it.
I will.
You try it. Okay, please invite me, give one plate. If as you're cooking it, something happened, just I don't know, send me a message, send me an email. SOS help! What should I do? Well, I think you guys did well. And it's very, very tasty, but very, very, very tasty. So thank you guys so much for attending the class again. Please enjoy your gifts, enjoy your food. This is for you. Enjoy it. And I don't know if you guys are part of the next class or see you next class if you're part. If not, see you whenever. When you send that SOS message. Alright guys, bye. Bye. I want to thank all those that came for the class today. Today was our jollof rice class. If you are still interested in learning more recipes, maybe jollof rice even, please you can reach out to me. There'll be contact details at the end of this video as well. But thank you so much for watching, and see all those that are part of the next class in the next class, which is next Saturday. Bye.